Disclaimer. The videos are purely for educational purposes. The intention is to guide the students to fare well in their term examinations of their professional courses. I will not be contacting any of the subscribers or followers with messages regarding private tutoring or any money transactions. If anybody does message you, please report them and block them immediately. Professor K.M channel will not be responsible for the actions by the imposters with the same name.
Welcome to my channel. I am Professor K.M. Mahadevappa, a faculty for MBA course in Indira Gandhi National Open University for the last 30 years. And out of 4 semesters, the students are supposed to undergo. In the 3rd semester, all the students who have been there have to conduct a dissertation or a project work or a field work in their respective specialization subjects. In order to find out as to how a student is supposed to conduct his specialization project work, there are certain guidelines given by the university, and the title of that guidelines is MMPP 001 and the project course. The very purpose of expecting students to conduct the project in their respective specialization is just to examine the extent up to which the students would have understood theoretical aspects of their specialization subjects, and when they are made to participate in identifying those specialization aspects in practical aspects, that is, as to how those principles that are learned are being applied in the field or in the respective organizations that they are likely to select. This has been done. Therefore, I have chosen the guidelines of project course, which is common to all the students who are likely to take their specializations either in human resource management or in financial management or in marketing management or in operation management and so on. I would just go through those guidelines and try to explain as to how the students could perhaps understand these guidelines and make themselves comfortable to go ahead with the project work by selecting one of the guides who have been importing the respective specialization subjects in the Indira Gandhi National Open University, or there could be any other professors who would have been keep working in similar positions in those respective MBA colleges. That being there, I just want to briefly explain what are all the things that a student in coordination with the academic counselor as his guide need to be done. So the project course is one of the important courses of MBA program. This course is of 8 credits equivalent to 2 courses. However, for registration purposes, the project course is treated as one course. For this course, no additional study material is provided. The basic purpose of this course is to help the learners develop ability to apply multidisciplinary concepts, tools, and techniques to analyze and logically approach the organizational problems. The course also exposes the students to industrial situations and exposes them to organizational environment. The project study should be on a topic preferably from your area of specialization in MBA. Let us see the process. In order to proceed with your project course, the approval of the synopsis is necessary. Only on the approval of the synopsis, the project work could actually be taken up. The process involved in the evaluation and final approval of the synopsis is explained below. First one is selection of topic by the student. The learner can select any topic of his or her choice, preferably in their area of specialization. The title should be definitive, communicating key information about the thesis. It should convey the subject matter being covered in the project. The project work can be either a comprehensive case study covering single organization or multifunctional area problem formulation, analysis and recommendations, or an inter-organizational study aimed at inter-organizational comparison, validation of theory and survey of management practices, or a field study. Then comes the selection of a guide. Once you are clear about the field in which the work is to be taken up, then contact a person who has experience in that area and is interested in guiding, provided he or she fulfills the specified eligibility criteria. Now, coming to preparation of synopsis, after selection of the guide and finalizing the topic, the project proposal or the synopsis, as the case may be, should be prepared in consultation with the guide. The proposal of the proposed project should essentially have the following. Introduction. A brief background about the subject chosen for study. Rationale as to why a particular topic has been chosen for the project work. And the third one is objectives. This is the most important aspect of any project. It should mention clearly and precisely the things which you hope will be able to know or achieve at the end of this study. This may be clearly stated in behavioral terms, and objectives need to be expressed in a neutral manner without any implicit assumptions about the findings of the research. And there you need to be, since there is already a subject called research methodology, you would have undergone those concepts as to what all these things are, then its application becomes necessary here, and the following need to be covered as far as the research methodology is concerned. First one is the research design. Nature and source of data, information to be collected, sample and sampling technique, and rationale of chosen organization and the sample, tools and techniques to be used for data collection, details of the tools, questionnaire to be used, and its relevance with the objectives of the project. Method or methods to be used for data collection and data handling and analysis, organization and analysis of data, and then statistical tools to be used for analysis. Relevance of statistical tools with the objectives of the project. And then you have a limitation of the proposed project, if any. And then as far as the submission of synopsis is concerned, after the synopsis is prepared and submitted to the university, they are evaluated and a written communication regarding the approval or a non-approval of the project proposal and the guide will be sent to the learner within 2 to 3 months of the receipt of the proposal. Resubmission of project proposal. In case of non-approval of the proposal, the comments, suggestions for reformulating the project proposal will be communicated to the student. In such case, the revised project proposal should be submitted along with the fresh project proposal pro forma and a copy of the rejected proposal. Now, after the proposal, on approval, we need to see that the project report is submitted. With that, let us see how it is to be submitted. Project report submission. After a written communication regarding the approval of synopsis is received, the project work may be undertaken. Preparation of project report. Once you have carried out the study as envisaged in the approved synopsis, then a report of the work done needs to be prepared. The length of the report may be about 550 double-spaced typed pages, not exceeding approximately 15,000 words, excluding appendices and exhibits. However, a rational variation on either side is permissible. Structure of project report. What are all the things that need to be covered there? The first one is introduction to the project and review of literature along with brief details of the organization or organizations under study. Then the research methodology. It may give details about rationale, statement of problem, objectives of the project, scope of the study, etc. It should include the research design, nature and source of data, information collected, sample and sampling method with rationale. Details of the tools are the questionnaire and other methods used and their purpose, reliability and validity of the tools used, data collection, statistical tools used for data analysis. Then the third one is results and discussion. This should present the results in tabular or graphical format. The interpretation of the data and results findings may be given elaborately. Then comes summary and conclusion. Thereafter, recommendations. And the sixth one is limitations of the project, direction for further research, which is optional. Then reference, bibliography of what are all the basis on which you have prepared your project report is very much necessary to be mentioned and indicated as a separate annexure. Then the questionnaires, annexures, appendices, if any. This is what the things are like. And I, being a professor in the last 30 years, I have guided a good number of students in HRM, and the specimen of the project proposal and the project report as was prepared by one of the students could be shown to you as an example, so that based on that you could perhaps be aware of as to how you can go about when you select your subject on similar way to ensure that you have perfectly conducted the project report in conformity with the regulations of MMPP 001. All the best. Thank you.